All right. Everybody stand up. Push your chair up. Okay. Jump. Okay. Twirl. Whirl. Hop. Walk. Skip. Talk. Swim. And go ahead and sit. Okay, all those things we just did were verbs. They're actions, right? We just did many actions. A verb is an action word, and we've already learned that we use verbs when we talk and when we write sentences. Okay? An action word. So let's look at what's happening now. Like if we say, I jump. Right now, I jump. But we're going to talk about verbs in the future. So if you are going to talk about jumping later on, you have to change the verb a little bit. You have to add a word to the verb to make it make sense in a sentence. Okay, so if it happened right now, we were jumping, we would say, I jump. If you're going to say you're going to jump again later, you're going to add the word will. I will jump again later. Will jump. So if it's happening later in the future, we're going to add will. Okay, so let's look at the verb in this sentence. He talks to her. What is the verb? What word is the verb in the sentence? Raise your hand if you know and you can tell me. Talks, right? Talks is the verb. It's an action. He talks to her. What if he's talking to her in the future, later on today, or next week? You would say, he will talk to her next week. So he will talk. Today he talks to her. In the future, he will talk to her. Okay? So we're looking at future tense verbs. How to make a verb future tense. Okay, let's look at sentence 3. We play a game. What is the verb in that sentence? Who can raise their hand and tell me? Play, right? Play. Playing is a verb. You're doing something. You're playing. So if we want to make play and talk about it in the future when it happens later, how can we say that in a sentence? Tomorrow we will play again. We're going to use that word will. We will play again. Yeah, well, in the other class, we already know how to spell it, right? That's his name. But we're making the word will into the future verb. Okay, so it's not, will's not the noun that will is in the other class. Okay, we're putting it with the verb here to make it future tense.
The actual will.
Right. Okay, so number 4 says they swim. What's the action word in swim? Or they swim. Sorry, I just said it. Everyone's hand should go up. What is it? Everyone? Swim. So if they swim right now, they swim. If they're going to swim in the future, we would say they will swim after school. Okay, and the last one, she asks a question. Asking is an action. She will ask another question later. Okay, so we're going to do some more work with this. Let me go ahead and pull the paper up and I'll pass it out. We're going to write, there they are, the word will plus a verb story their name? Okay, so once again, I'll read it one more time. Now and later. The word will plus a verb tells an action that will happen later. Write the verbs to complete each sentence. What's this first word say? Ooh, good job. Read. Look at the EA vowel pair together. We know that says read. Okay? Read. Ava, read the book later. No, we have to add a word to it. What do we add when we're talking about the future? Will. So we are going to write 2 words in that spot. So make sure you fit 2 words. Ava will read the book later. Eva, get writing. Will read. Ava will read the book later. We're talking about what she's doing later. Maybe after school this evening, right? We're talking about morning, afternoon, and evening. Maybe in the evening, Ava will read the book later, right? So after school, it'll be the evening time. Okay. Sentence number 2. Yes. Right, it has the E and the A, the vowel pair there. E-A makes the E say E, yes. Yes, do you have another one you can use right now? And I'll sharpen it in a moment. Okay, the next word. R. The E tells the I to say I. R-I-T. Silent E, so what does that say? Right. Like write. Like you're writing something on paper. W-R-I-T is your writing. Okay, so I can write. What about if we say write, the action verb, the action word in the future? She write the letter tomorrow? Now what are we going to add to it? Will. She will write. Will write the letter tomorrow. She will write. Now there's that clue we need will, is that tomorrow is going to tell you that it's happening in the future. Okay, the next word. And plant. Okay? I plant a tree. The J is going to plant a tree next year. So what word do we have to write? Because look at that clue. Next year tells us it's happening in the future. J will plant. Will plant a tree next year. Okay, now this is your job. It's the next sentence. You're going to come up with a sentence on your own, but I'll help you get started. Write about something you will do tomorrow. So if you're going to do something tomorrow, you're going to start your sentence with I will, and then do an action word. I will read a book tomorrow. I will write a story tomorrow. I will plant a tree tomorrow.
After school though.
Yeah, well, after school. So you're going to write I will, and then write an action word, a verb. And I'll come around to help those if you need a little extra help. Start with I. Start with your uppercase I. I will.